L2 Empuran comes with the monumental expectations that are probably be very difficult to meet given the unprecedented success of the first film, which has really revolutionized the Malayalam cinema at that time. Lucifer, directed by Prithviraj Sukumaran, was not just a thrilling political drama. It actually became a cultural phenomenon with the blend of larger-than-life characters, gripping narrative, and the slick direction. So of course, the pressure was on the director and writer for the sequel to build on that legacy. And I must say that L2 Empuran certainly tries to do that by going bigger, bolder, and more global in its ambitions. And the way the first film ended, its grand scale is totally justified as well. From the outset, Empuran presents itself as a visual feast. The cinematography, production design, and the action sequences were stunning, and the world building here expands beyond the political boundaries of Kerala, where power plays, drug cartels, and the espionage take the center stage. The film's ambition is evident, and the scale is impressive as well. However, I feel that there is a gap between the film's stunning visuals and the depth of its storytelling. Empuran is a truly visual treat, but it struggles to recapture the narrative magic of the first film, Lucifer. So hello everyone. Today at Cinesamvad, we'll delve into the specifics of L2 Empuran, starring Mohanlal and directed by Prithviraj Sukumaran. And we'll try to uncover what worked and what didn't in the film, and why this ambitious sequel might leave fans wanting for more. Cinematic vision and ambition. At the heart, L2 Empuran is an attempt to take the world of Lucifer to a much larger and global scale. The first film was rooted in the politics of Kerala with a laser focus on the power dynamics within the state. And in the sequel, director Prithviraj Sukumaran was aware of the massive expectations riding on the film and further seeks to expand the narrative to a much grander stage. And this is where Empuran really shines. From the beginning, the film impresses with its stunning visuals, as the cinematography elevates the entire experience. The action scenes too are choreographed with precision and the additional flair. And that forest ambush fight sequence really stands out for me, which has that high octane intensity and works well with its slick cinematography. But while the visuals are breathtaking in the film, they occasionally overshadow the overall story. The film tries to balance local political drama, villain arc involving Zaid Masood's character with other international criminal subplots in one go, and they often feel like they all exist in a separate world altogether, which doesn't add up with the core narrative of the film. Plus, where the first film Lucifer used religious and political imagery with subtlety, Empuran just cranks it up to operatic levels. From that broken cross forming an L to those flaming tree branches mimicking the same shape. See, it's definitely stylish and metaphorical, but these back-to-back L references make you wonder, like if the film is only interested in visual Easter eggs rather than the narrative depth. And in this sense, I feel that the grand scope of the film probably has become a double-edged sword for the makers, as it surely offers an exciting visual spectacle, but in turn loses the narrative coherence and emotional depth that has made Lucifer so compelling. Missing character development. One of the primary reasons why Lucifer worked so well was because it invested heavily in its characters. Stephen Nedumpalli, played by Mohanlal, was more than just a power player. He was a complex figure whose motivations were fleshed out throughout the film. The emotional beats tied to his character were deeply impactful, and the audience could feel the stakes in his journey. However, in contrast, Empuran struggles with character development. The film introduces a new yet confusing character switch for Jatin Ramdas, played by Tovino Thomas. And the redemption arc for that character was also not well explored as such in the film. It just ends there. Also here, Qureshi Abram remains an enigmatic figure whose presence is commanding, but in this film too, his backstory and motivations are not fully explored. The film surely drops hints about his mysterious past, but it never fully taps into the potential of his character. Similarly with Zaid Masood's character as well, played by Prithviraj Sukumaran, whose backstory is deeply tied to real historical trauma. It surely offers an emotional anchor for the film, where his childhood trauma is explored in fragments. But again, the narrative rushes through it in favor of bigger and flashier moments. His motivations for revenge are clear, but they are not explored with the emotional weight that they actually deserve. I think from all of the characters, Priyadarshini Ramdas stands out for me. Her transformation is one of the most satisfying arcs of the film, and it actually feels organic and powerful. Overstuffed and disjointed narrative. If there's one flaw that is most evident in Empuran, it is the film's tendency to try and do too much. A sequel inherently comes with the challenge of balancing fan expectations with new material. And in this case, I feel Empuran really struggles to find a balance. The film juggles with multiple subplots involving international crime, political coups, family betrayals, revenge arcs, and in doing so, it sacrifices its narrative cohesion. For instance, the storylines involving Jatin Ramdas and Priyadarshini could have been much more compelling if given the room to develop. Jatin's transformation from an idealistic politician to a corrupt one is intriguing yet confusing, as it feels rushed and his motivations remains unclear. His rivalry too with his sister Priyadarshini could have been the emotional spine of the film, and that too is left underdeveloped. The introduction of the villain Balraj Patel, played by Abhimanyu Singh, also feels somewhat underwhelming in the film. His presence doesn't carry the same weight as the antagonist from Lucifer. Balraj, much like the other characters, feels like more of a plot device than a fully realized antagonist. His motivations too remains unclear, and his role in the larger geopolitical drama feels secondary. So ultimately, Empuran feels more like a collection of subplots rather than a seamless narrative. The global stakes of drug cartels and geopolitical power struggles are fascinating, but I think they don't really gel with the local political drama in Kerala. So now talking about the marks of the movie, so I would give this one an honest 7 out of 10. In my opinion, Empuran is a film that excels in technicalities. The cinematography is stunning, the action sequences are great, and the production values are top notch. But despite its visual beauty, the film struggles with narrative coherence and the character depth. The sprawling scope of the story, the underdeveloped characters, and the lack of emotional stakes really stops it to be a cinematic masterpiece.
Stephen, where is he now?
So now that concludes few of my thoughts and view on the film L2 Empuran. I believe that the movie is worth watching, especially for the fans of the first installment and who love the cinematic spectacle. But those who are hoping that a sequel would elevate the story and characters of Lucifer, the film really falls short in that department. You too, please share your thoughts in the comment section of the video about this film and let's have a healthy discussion around it. Also, if you have enjoyed this overall discussion, so please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel for more content ahead. Do follow me on Instagram at CineSamvad for short reviews and cinematic insights. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next one. Cheers.